Hola, welcome back to Up and Around. We're in the Costa Blanca and are staying at Rich Mayfield's The Orange House Activity Centre in Finstrat near Benidorm. We're continuing our climbing at Sella. Sella is the most visited area in the Costa Blanca, with the most climbed area being the long ridge in the middle of the valley. The route's graded from 3A to 8A. There's something for everyone here. Sectorojo odra at the top of the middle range is owned by Rich Mayfield. We've returned to Sella to reclimb New Year's Day. After Andrew's nasty fall at the last attempt, we're determined to get the route climbed and retrieve the gear left in the previous day. Before I edited this video, Andrew and I met up on a rainy day in the Peak District to discuss the previous attempt. The chat was recorded in the café outside in Hathersage. Well, what about that route?
Yeah, well, it's a route that I've done at least 4 times before on previous visits to Costa Blanca. And I was shown the route by Rich. It's a favourite route. It's really nice and steep and not too difficult, apart from the move at the top.
Yeah.
And there's a route. There's a very good 3-star route goes up to the left of that one. But that's the only route on that bit of rock. And when that's the case, and it's at a lower grade, then anything's in, really. And I've always done it by going up to that top move, and I always talked about it to people as that being a difficult move, the hand traverse left, and the pull around the corner. And it's always felt very sketchy and scary. And on this occasion, the foothold was a lot more polished, a lot more worrying, and that's where it all went wrong, really.
Okay. So before that, we had a bit of trouble with tight rope, didn't we? So I'll explain what happened down at my end. We were using the click-up. The click-up belay system, and what had happened is for some reason it had come unlatched and gone to the top and locked the rope out. So the reason it went tight is because I was trying to get that back into position. It happened a couple of times whilst we were out there. And as anyone who belays me knows, I always like a bit of slack. And, I've got photographs of Keith belaying me with a sort of loop of rope in front of him while he's belaying, which I'm happy with that. If I need a tight rope for anything, I'll ask for it. But I don't like to feel the rope when I'm climbing. So what I was tending to do on the belay side was when you were going up, I was taking the slack in, and as soon as you got past, I was feeding out. Is that a valid way of doing it?
Yeah, that's fine. And there's lots.
I'm trying to read what you're intending to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of subtleties around that. So, when in trad and in sport, I suppose when you're putting gear in, you tend to put it in above you quite often, which means that the rope then goes up to the gear and down.
So when you were going up, I was.
That's right. So that's you take in slightly as the climb goes up, and then start to let it out again after the through. When the situation's in there, I was a long way above the last bolt. I was actually level with the next bolt, but couldn't reach it because I was not near that line. And if I could have reached it, I would have put it in, but I couldn't. Was that actually on the line of the climb where you were? The bolt wasn't on the line that I was climbing. But we can come back to that later because it's on the line that I climbed the next day.
Absolutely.
So I knew.
And you said there was you said that there was chalk there.
There was chalk there, so it's been done that way recently. It's always been the way that I've done it in the past. It's a bold move, but it's doable. And the difference was that little hold, which I learnt the next day. If you do the other way, use a hand hold as well. That foothold was very polished, and I don't remember it ever being polished like that before. It's a tiny little hole, but has always been good enough to take your weight. But as soon as I weighted it, my foot went off it. And that's
it. And that's where it began from there.
Yeah.
And then when you came down, I didn't think you fell in a bush, but you did.
I've got no idea.
No idea.
I've got no idea what happened.
Yeah.
And
on the video, it's very obvious that you went into the bush
Yeah.
and carried some of it with you.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I was concerned, it was totally uncontrolled fall.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
And I've only seen the video today.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, months later.
Yeah.
And you know, I can't remember any of that
No.
happening.
No, it's spectacular.
Because it happened very. Thank you say so.
Almost balletic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've had leader falls before.
Yeah.
It's not the worst leader fall I've had, because you know, I've had a ground fall in Gower where you know, I landed on my back and my head hit a rock. But fortunately, I didn't get injured.
Yeah.
It smashed up my helmet, but you know, I tried the Pets Will Save My Life thing on social media, but they didn't supply me with a new helmet. Apparently, they have done to other people in the past.
You never know; they might be listening.
And then I can say, you know, it's really good because the indent on the side of my helmet was in an area where that particular helmet has been lowered on the outside, and they make a big thing of it. But it does protect the lower edge.
Yeah.
So that's actually the second time that it's helped me, because the previous helmet was the same design.
Yeah.
So,
Equally, the click-up did exactly what it says on the box.
Yeah.
That really did work well.
Yeah, and I think the click-up was a really good decision for you to be belaying with, because you know, it's not technically difficult to use, but it does supply that assisted braking.
Yes,
that is
instantly
important in those situations.
Yeah, pretty much instantly.
Yeah.
And the reset is very simple as well.
Yeah.
However, the one thing that I was aware of is if you leave any slack on it, it's very easy for that click to come out and jam up.
Yeah.
So in the situation where you were in beforehand, that caused us a problem.
Yeah.
But then now I'm aware of it, there probably isn't so much of a problem. You just have to watch out for it.
Yeah.
But for
well, I'm certainly impressed with it.
not letting you fall any further, it was very good.
I'm certainly impressed with that.
Yeah.
Um,
Recovery phase. What is there anything you could have done different to prevent that fall?
Not climb it that way.
Not climb it that way. As simple as that.
As was demonstrated the next day when I did it.
Yeah,
And
absolutely
it
fine.
was really smooth.
Yeah.
So going back to the fall, you know, quick check over of myself.
Yeah.
And I thought everything's moving okay. You know, the only pain is, you know, obviously I've hit things.
Yeah.
My main concern was the blood coming from my ear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as I said to Jim today,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and he provided at least 2 possible diagnoses of blood coming out of your ear.
Yes.
And then realising that actually the indent on the helmet was a sharp blow, and it's quite likely that whatever bit of rock my helmet hit, my ear then hit, and I actually had a wound just inside my ear, and I could feel a cut. In fact, I can still feel where that is. There's a little lump there.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks as though, looking at it in slow motion, which I've had the opportunity to do, it looks as though that came from a bush rather than a rock.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll have another look through and see if there are. I don't think you actually had any rock impacts on your head.
Right.
So,
Well,
but we'll see. We'll see.
I'm not actually all that interested.
No, but yeah.
I'm here. I'm alive.
Nice.
To tell the tale. You know.
For other people's benefit as much as anything.
Yeah.
They were talking.
So there were a lot of points of impact, clearly, because it was a totally uncontrolled fall. The rope came tight before. See, one of the worries in a situation like that is landing on your feet.
Yeah.
And I've seen leader falls that, you know,
Yeah.
from much shorter falls where you just need to catch the edge of your foot.
Oh, absolutely.
And it
And it's a natural impulse to try and land on your feet sometimes.
Yeah.
What are these factors, fall factors?
Well, a factor there's basically three: factor 0, 1, and 2. A factor 0 is where you clip the gear above your head, and you fall before you've gone up to that. So you're below the gear, and you basically just fall and take the tension in the rope. If you're up level with your gear and you've got some rope out, then you do tend to fall further. And if you're essentially your own height above the gear, so you're going to fall the same distance below the gear as you are above it, then that's a factor 2 fall. In essence, I mean, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but it's about falling below your gear, near your gear, or above your gear. And a factor 2 fall is the most serious, and the recommendation might be that if you've had a factor 2 fall, then the potential damage to your rope means you should throw your rope away afterwards. I think because of, I haven't done that but given, two things really. My tendency has always been, if I've fallen off something, to get back on it. So I wanted to go back and do the climb again. And secondly, of course, I left a carabiner and a bolt so you could lure me off. So what we did was to go back the next day and try and be the first people there in the morning, so I could go and get my carabiner back. And I thought, well, I'm going to try and do it going that way. In fact, it works.
It worked very well.
And that slippy foothold becomes a right-hand hold. And from a position where you're not pulling up on that hold, but where you're holding that hold, you can use your left hand to clip the bolts, and then you're not worried too much about doing what is still, I think, the crux move on the top pitch.
Great. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. I think you're off route there.
Where's mine?
To the right.
Oh shit, what am I doing here then?
No idea.
Oh, bollocks. So should I have gone straight up there?
Yeah, I think so.
Too far.
Why don't you continue off to that one up there?
Sorry?
Why don't you just continue off up to that one?
I can't hear you because of the dog.
Why don't you just finish off up to that one?
That's alright. Okay. No more bolts here either.
Really? So just up to the chains, is it?
Up to the chains, yeah.
That's cruel. I thought there was one just over the top of that lip.
No, there's one here. I've not been up this far before.
Oh, okay.
No, there's nothing here. Mantle shelf up to here, by the looks of it. Get out the way, right? Oh, that's all right. done it.
Well done. You were so close before. Probably perfect timing as well.
Okay.
First specks of rain. Well done.
There's a slap.